jobless applications are still on the rise. There were 43,000 more jobless applications last week compared to the week before. It's the third rise in the last 4 weeks, too.
All right, thanks, Scott. We're going to talk a little more about jobs, especially summer jobs. Employers will be looking for help, so where's the best place to look for that summer job, and what's in store for job seekers? Joining us this morning is Michael Hayes with Momentum Specialized Staffing. Michael, good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
So talk a little bit about the job outlook for the summer.
The job market is better this summer than it's been in the last 2 summers, but employers are very particular at who they hire because they have so many people that they can pick from.
Right. And displaced adult workers who are now looking for something as well are competing with the teenagers who are looking for summer jobs. So if you're a teenager, how do you enhance your chances of getting a job?
I think you need to look for some self-employment opportunities in your neighborhood, you know, whether it's lawn care, pet sitting, babysitting, things like that you can do to earn a little extra money. People's budget are tight, so they would be probably more likely to pay somebody rather than a service. And I think that's a good way to focus, you know, for now to get set up for summer.
How about for folks looking for temporary jobs that might turn into full-time positions? What kinds of questions should they be asking? Can they ask a question during the interview process, or is that going to be off-putting to a potential employer?
Well, usually you don't want to ask a bunch of questions like that till after you get an offer. Yeah. And what you want to focus on is companies where you can just go in and do a good job. And then that's the best way to determine if it's going to be a permanent hire.
All right, so give us some tips for finding a job this summer.
Go in your neighborhood, stay around major intersections if you're looking for temp work because of the gas prices. Make sure when you meet with people you dress appropriately.
All good advice. All right, Michael, thanks so much for coming in this morning. And for more information on just how to find that perfect summer job for you, go to our website at 12news.azcentral.com and click on links.
This summer, more employers will be looking for help. So where's the best place to look for a job, and what's in store for job seekers? Joining us this morning with some expert advice is Michael Hayes. He's with Momentum Specialized Staffing. Michael, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start off in a broad way here. Let's talk about the overall job outlook for summer employment. What is it?
Well, I think it's a lot better than it's been the last couple of years.
Okay. But
employers are a lot more picky because they have a lot more candidates to choose from.
The job pool is very big for employers. Let me ask you this. Let's say, you know, for seasonal work, like say Christmas time, there's a lot of temporary jobs out there. For the summer, could some temporary jobs turn into permanent jobs?
It just depends on probably what's going to go forward in the fall because everybody's only looking about a quarter ahead. So if they're temp, they're probably going to be waiting to see what the demand's going to be for whatever business that is in the fall in order to make a permanent hire.
You know, we were talking about the big job pool that's out there. A lot of applicants, a lot of job seekers. Are salaries being kept at a lower rate right now?
I think so. I think people think that they can get people for a lot less money, and that's one of the problems with employers is, you know, people won't work for free. Right. So you have to kind of balance your expectations as an employer.
Let's get a little specialized here. Let's talk about teenagers, because the teens get out of school. A lot of kids are getting out of school in 3 weeks and 1 day. Not that I'm counting. But what's the job outlook for teenagers and college students too?
Well, for teens, especially for the summer, it's going to be tough because a lot of the people in the middle management areas that lost their job have kind of crashed back down the career ladder and have taken a lot of these so-called part-time or, you know, retail jobs, and they're a lot more reliable. So people are less likely to look, you know, for summer help. So you're going to have to use a lot of shoe leather to go out and find a job, just not sit at home making phone calls.
Before we started our interview, in fact, yesterday, I think our folks got with you and we created some graphics here. If we can, let's put a couple of those on the screen and let's go through a couple of real specifics here. Let's talk about, you know, how you should dress for that interview and also what kinds of things really look good on a resume.
Well, I think especially for some of the summer jobs, the resume is not as important. Also, the dress is big. Flip-flops are a no-no.
Right.
I mean, if you look like you're going to a Rocky Horror Picture Show, then you probably shouldn't be going out that way.
Okay.
Clean clothes, don't have to be a movie star, but clean, those type of things.
Where can job seekers get the latest information on the jobs that are out there? I would imagine there are multiple websites and places where they can go and check.
You can, but I say stay in your area. If you know, I live at 7th Street near Bell. You've got every major grocery store, convenience store. If you're in that area, then those are the places you should probably want to be hitting in person.
Okay, so geographic specific then.
Because of gas.
Okay, that's a very good point. That is a very good point. Let's do this. Since we got you up early this morning, stick around, and then Faye will come back and talk to you in our 6 a.m. hour. Michael Hayes, we appreciate you being here. He's from Momentum Specialized Staffing. And by the way, we've got Hillary Clinton says she has no idea what she was watching.